Okay, section 2. Read all of the documents and use 2 of the 4 in a response. What? I don't know how to do this. Wait, my teacher told me what to do. Hey guys, today we're going to talk to you about how to master section 2 of the AP seminar and of course exam that you'll be taking in a few days. We're your teachers.
Ifal Madrid.
Catherine Powers.
Rohi Sheth.
Okay guys, ready? Let's take a test! You may be wondering, what even is this question? What do I do? The first thing we're going to do is explain to you what the question is asking you to do. So our directions are, read the 4 sources carefully, focusing on a theme or issue that connects them and the different perspective each represents. Then, write a logically organized, well-reasoned, and well-written argument that presents your own perspective on the theme or issue you identified. You must incorporate at least 2 of the sources provided and link the claims in your argument to supporting evidence. You may also use the other provided sources or draw upon your own knowledge. So this part is 40% of the EOC score, which means it's pretty important. For this practice, we've provided you with 4 documents that may model what you will see in the AP Seminar EOC. I want you guys to pause this video, read the documents, and think about what they mean.
Next, we're going to talk about what you're going to plan before you write.
It's also important to annotate, so you better understand what the questions are actually asking. You can do this by finding the theses of the text, underlining keywords, making notes and summarizing ideas in the margins, and analyzing the author's credibility using RAVEN. RAVEN stands for Reputation, Ability to Observe, Vested Interest, Expertise, and Neutrality. When you're finding the author's reputation, ask yourself, is the author's source or publication in a position of authority? When you're analyzing the ability to observe, ask yourself, is the article about an event? Did the author actually go to that event or observe it? If you're analyzing the vested interest, ask yourself, would the author gain anything by telling the truth or gain anything by lying? If you're analyzing the expertise, ask yourself, does the evidence come from a source that has expertise on the topic or event? Does the author have specialized knowledge on the topic or event? And when you're analyzing the neutrality, ask yourself, is the author neutral about the issue, or do they have a bias? Is the source of the evidence neutral or biased? If you do all this, you'll understand everything better. After you've finished annotating, make sure you understand what all the documents mean. Document A is a narrative by a man who traveled in a region that has been heavily impacted by climate change. Document B is an explanation about the impact of soil on greenhouse gases and climate change. Document C is an image showing the drastic effects of climate change in one particular area over a period of 65 years. There's also a poem about the human's impact on Earth. Document D is an excerpt paired with a graph that shows how climate change impacts economics. Once you understand what all the documents mean, make a rough outline of your ideas before writing so your final paper is more concise and organized.
Now we're going to write the actual essay. What? Don't worry, we're going to use our pre-writing to guide the actual essay writing process. What? Before we write the essay, we want to understand what exactly the graders are looking for. Here, we've included part of the College Board rubric, and we only included the highest scoring section because that's what we're shooting for here. Pause the video and read over this so that you can understand what exactly graders are looking for. Now we're going to break down the rubric into more easily understandable language. First, you need to make sure to use multiple sources, at the very least 2, in order to support your argument. Next, you need to explain your evidence and present an organized argument, and Jane Schaefer is going to be your best friend here. Remember, the Jane Schaefer method is using a topic sentence, which presents your argument, commentary, and evidence. Finally, take a stance and don't just reiterate what the authors have to say. Make sure your essay has a theme and use a variety of different perspectives. Also, make sure to check that you're using correct grammars and have all of your citations in order. So now that we've gone through all of the steps to writing section 2 of the EOC, let's recap before you actually write the essay. First, you want to read the directions. Make sure you understand that this section is 40% of your EOC score, and all the things that you need to do. You need to use at least 2 sources and present your own arguments. Second, you want to pre-write before writing. You should annotate the text as you read so that you understand their main ideas and their theses. That way you can reference them in your actual essay and make an outline, including your own thesis, the evidence that you'll be using, and how you'll address each text. Finally, you should write the actual essay and revise. When writing, make sure that you are presenting logical arguments as mentioned in the scoring rubric, and that your grammar and citations are all correct, and that's revision. So read, pre-write, and write and revise. And then you're on the way to a 5. Thanks, guys. Have any questions?
Ask your teacher.
Bye!